man, once again, it's on. Welcome back to another great episode of What? Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
It's Tim Dog from Be More Careful in Springfield, Illinois.
This is the mad professor still in the boot.
Alchemist this week. Still your ancestors' favorite.
They joking.
Starting on his shit already.
All already on this shit, man.
Never stop. Never stop.
As you can see, you know, Miss Paula's not on, and we don't see Pharaoh. Miss Paula might still be boycotting us, Tim Dog. But
thank you.
but
oh, don't put that on me, man. I'm sorry. Brother was on vacation.
I got you. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers, better yet, the panel how their day went. So, Matt Professor, how was your day?
Wet. Thankfully, it rained down here for the first time. Yesterday, it started raining down here for the first time in more than 25 days, which we kind of needed. But I tell you what, yeah, people around here act like they don't know how to drive in the rain anymore. It was accidents all over the damn place.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, in a city where it generally rains more than 160 days a year, you should be used to the shit.
Yeah, well, those are out of timers.
You don't want to come here when it rains, then.
Those are out of time.
I was there when it rained before Alchemist. I saw y'all.
How was your day, brother?
Man, my day was fulfilling, spending it with my grandson, watching him run around the garage, just weighing himself out into everything. You know, it's weird how kids, when they ain't young, they have all this energy. Then they go lay down, they just like, out. They get up, they have the same energy. I'm like, man, need to bottle some of that.
Yeah. Well, you need it, your old broke ass. But hey,
ain't nobody talking to you, Methuselah.
Hey, Tim Dog. Hold on, I'm gonna get to my mine in a minute. But I ain't calling you got them alchemists. Conspiracy brother, how was your day, man?
Oh man, pretty good. It's Friday. I ain't got no job, and I ain't did shit. I got shit to do. I just ain't did it.
Now I did get a roll of the best Halloween candies out of some kid's basket today when I was at the store. Little Smarties. I love these damn things.
Okay.
Smarties.
Yeah, the little chalk salt, the little chalk things that taste sour and sweet.
Yeah.
Love them.
I'm just saying, I haven't had one of them. Man.
Yeah. And as for me, man, my day went well.
Way to popping pills.
That's right.
Shut up.
I'm glad you back though, Tim, because man, they was on my ass. They was jonesing me, and usually we be jonesing your ass. I said, man,
I heard.
I ain't like that shit. I know how you
I
feel.
Was rolling.
I was like,
he didn't get on just for that.
See, I know my role.
Mr. Before we begin, Shada, how about them Dodgers?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know, I don't care about baseball, but I'm glad the Yankees didn't win.
You know, that's for me. That man because you know, they from the same city. They from the same city. Like, that's some old shit.
We get into it though, but yeah, man, I thought the Yankees was gonna win. They was up 5-0, and I already say, hey, we gonna be talking about the Yankees, but man, hey, it is what it is. And then I saw something, man, that was kind of blasphemous. They show a picture of Judge, and they show him transitioning into Dak Prescott. I was like, man, that's low.
Wow. But I told y'all that Wednesday. I said that Wednesday.
That's a messed up analogy, right?
I said that exact thing Wednesday. He disappears in the playoffs.
Like, that's wow. But ladies and gentlemen,
Ghost Rider.
That's right. We got a good thing going in tonight. Hey, we talked about this a while ago. The Master Professor, he wanted to talk about this. I say let's wait until actually around about time of the election. And what we're going to talk about tonight is what? Project 2025.
Project 2025, a controversial plan for the next Republican presidency, has caused Democrats to sound alarms amid the intensifying presidential race. The 922-page plan has been organized by conservative think tank The Heritage Foundation and backed by more than 100 additional groups to serve as a blueprint for the next conservative president. Project 2025 told ABC News that it does not speak for any candidate or campaign, although Heritage's president has been quoted as saying his aim is institutionalizing Trumpism. Opponents of former President Donald Trump warned that the project could represent the goals of a potential Trump presidency if elected. If implemented, it would radically reshape the federal government and dramatically expand a president's authority. In its first section titled Taking the Reins of Government, the project reads, "The modern conservative president's task is to limit, control, and direct the executive branch on behalf of the American people." So, what are the goals of the project? The project suggests disbanding federal agencies like the Department of Education, an idea Trump has supported, and the Department of Homeland Security. On healthcare, the project recommends withdrawing the abortion pill mifepristone from the market and stopping the drug from being mailed. Additionally, the project suggests that the Department of Health and Human Services should maintain a biblically based social science reinforced definition of marriage and family. When it comes to climate change, Project 2025 suggests cutting federal money for research and investment in renewable energy and instead calls for the next president to stop the war on oil and natural gas. On economics, the proposals recommend cutting and restricting the use of food stamps, reducing the corporate income tax rate, cutting rates for high-income investors, and canceling federal student loan forgiveness programs. Regarding diversity, the project proposes eliminating several terms from all federal laws and regulations: sexual orientation, gender equality, abortion, reproductive health, reproductive rights, diversity, equity, inclusion, and more. On the issue of immigration, the project advocates for increased funding for a wall on the US-Mexico border, for the implementation of fees for asylum seekers, and speedier processing at a premium price, immediately deporting unaccompanied children, a pause on funding for non-governmental immigration groups, and more. Trump has stated that he has no connection to Project 2025, claiming he knows nothing about it and that some of the things the project puts forward are ridiculous and abysmal. However, several of Trump's current and former advisors and appointees have authored or supported the project.
Hey, that's just a snippet of it, because it's actually, 922 pages. You know, it goes very in depth. So, Matt Professor, I'm coming to you first. You notice I say, why should the American people care about Project 2025? I didn't put a color on it. Why should the American people care about it?
Well, if they want to keep the government working for the people rather than corporations, they should give a shit about it. Because if you read through the the proposals, it does away with it. It increases a whole lot of political appointees, i.e., people that don't know what the hell they're doing, much like Trump did his first term as president, and just give positions of power in government, other governmental positions, to his donors, to the donor class. So like Elon Musk would be, say, in charge of the interior, since he has a lot of military contracts, which is part of the reason why he's backing Trump, because Trump want to give him more and Biden and Harris don't. It would do away with the housing and urban development department, or HUD, if you will, in so many ways that we'll get into later. Like I said, if you care about the way the government works for the people rather than against the people, you'll give a damn about this. In fact, at this point, I'm sorry, everybody should have read at least half of this mandate for leadership, as they call it, because they keep trying to say it's not about Trump, but no, it is about Trump, because he's the one that they crafted this shit after.
What up, though? Yeah, and I totally agree with you. Yeah, well, conspiracy brother, I'm not calling you an alchemist. Conspiracy brother, your thoughts?
The first thing I noticed is that it's a book. It's not anything that's going to be law. It's recommendations. And Ronald Reagan had the same thing when he first became president. People got together and did things because he wasn't essentially a true politician, even though he was governor for 2 terms. So it's a book. So to me, that's what it is. A book.
Shit.
Nothing more. That's the way I see it, as something for people to read, something for them to press their specific agenda, even though it doesn't have to be followed. It's just what they want.
Okay. Tim Dog, your thoughts on Project 25 and how it would affect the American people.
What the Alchemist was saying, it's think tanks getting together and proposing ideas for the country. The difference with this is that these ideas are so radical and they coincide with the ideology of Donald Trump. And by his people and his followers, I mean, they don't care about this. All they care is about him. Getting rid of the Department of Education just takes away people trying to know, to get knowledge or want to learn about something that's a substance other than what the government's trying to put on you. And the biggest thing about this is that most of this is faith-based suggestions. You know, and we all know you're supposed to separate church from state, but with the abortion, that's all that is. That is a religious personal preference. And for the United States say that, we are, we have all creeds and nationalities, but yet if you're not a Christian, then all of a sudden you're a problem. And that's being hypocritical. And
Yeah.
Project 2025 just emphasizes the ideology of the people writing it and what they want to see America to be. And that's crazy.
I got you. You said you had something to add there on that, Professor?
Yeah, the thing of it is, it's not written to change laws, but the way it's written is everything that they want this next conservative president to do can be enacted by executive order or by the president's sheer will, so they don't have to ever go through Congress for 90% of what they have in this mandate.
Yeah.
Biggest hurdle with all that is getting it into law. You can't just say as a president, "Oh, I want this to happen."
No, that's why they wrote it as that's why they wrote it the way they did, so that he wouldn't have to go through Congress to enact this. Like to change the Department of Interior and HUD, the president doesn't need has the authority to do that without having to go through Congress.
Yeah.
This is giving the executive branch the authority to direct and to regulate everything.
Because what it really does is makes the executive branch rule by executive order, so that no way that that can be there'll be a lot of law challenges to it, but since a lot of what Trump already did in his first term was lay the groundwork for this kind of bullshit by appointing more federal judges than almost anybody else. I mean, Biden, I think, is caught up and past him. But by having more federal judges put in place, that means that if you take a lawsuit on something that they're trying to enact, you're going to get turned away a lot of times, which is why the most important thing that Donald Trump dumbass did, which was smart to the Heritage Foundation, was putting in judges that think the way the Heritage Foundation thinks.
That's right.
Starting with the Supreme Court, which is the most important.
No, it started at lower courts. Supreme Court was the final act.
Yeah, we want to welcome Pharaoh King.
Hey man, I was a nice long nap. It was well too.
Yeah, boy. That Jimmy John 2-for-1 special.
That boy still got pillow wrinkles in his face.
Yeah.
No, those are chips.
Hey, I had to make sure I washed the slob off my face and everything, boy.
And the mayonnaise off your nose.
Came out here straight slob face.
I was lump, as they say.
I got you, Pharaoh King. But the question to the panel is this:
mad at him.
Why should the American people care about Project 2025?
I would say America. I would say a certain amount of people or certain types of people. This is, to me, the dictatorship's beginner's handbook. And with that being said, some people feel like they're going to have privilege where, a lot of civil rights and people's civic duties are going to be, taken away from them. And I think it's very, very important for people to understand exactly what is going to be happening to them in the near future, as long as the long future, if they don't make sure they understand everything by Tuesday, of the 5th of November, because this is going to take a lot of people's civil freedoms away. So America just need to wake up and stop following a person and start understanding they need to follow or make the right decision for their future. At the end of the day.
They gonna be mad when they go and get their food stamps and their money cut off. What the hell is this?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Blame it on your president.
I understand that people think that that it's not going to affect them, right now or whatever the case is, or people are trying to down a person because they're. If you're sexist, just say you're sexist. Let's just be honest. If you're sexist, say you're sexist. If you're misogynist, say you're misogynist. Just don't go out there and give up your.
Too.
Yeah, my thing, why I wrote it that way is that because it's going to affect a lot of people. It's not going to be a certain.
I'm not saying, and I agree with you. It's going to affect certain people in America.
Yeah, I'm not talking about.
I'm saying in America, certain people are not seeing it that it's going to affect them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Yeah. That's the way I worded it because a lot of people say, "Well, it's not going to affect me." Yes, it is going to affect you. Because of some of the rules that they're trying to put into play. And just like the math professor said, he said that it is a playbook. It is a playbook, and it's a recommendation. Even on Conspiracy Brothers, it's a recommendation. But Trump basically is running that playbook. They based all these ideologies around what Trump believes. And I think it's 147 of people that was close to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually voted.
I won't say that it's what Trump believes. I believe it's what
the Heritage Foundation, which is what Trump believes.
Right. But I believe it's other people that is guiding Trump in this fashion.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't think he's thinking of it on his own.
He's a puppet.
I'm gonna say it like this, and it's been proven mostly true for the most part. And I don't want to come off as conspiracy because that's not my that's not my bag. But since Ronald Reagan became president, there's always been a group of influencers that's been in the ear of Republican presidents and guiding their path. And in actuality, it has been the Heritage Foundation, because if I remember right, they were formed shortly after Nixon was president. If I remember right, I could be off a little bit.
Yeah, but from what I've read and what I saw, they said that they actually wrote a playbook all around Reagan, the Heritage Foundation, and but we're gonna key into a certain segment though. I don't have a video, fella, but I got a question though, and I'm coming back to you, man, Professor. How does Project 2025 affect the Black community?
I am so glad you asked this question, because one of the biggest things in the Black community that would affect people like the Alchemist, Tim Dog, Pharaoh King, and the Man on the Street, and it's part of the reason why I don't want to own a home, is it repeals. I wrote a note on this. It repeals the Affirmatively Furthering Fair Housing and Housing Supply Fund, and it repeals the PAVE project that the Biden administration put in, which is the property appraisal and valuation equity, which means, and that part of it means that, we've been hearing lawsuits against appraisal companies where they appraise Black households far less than they'll appraise the white household right next door to them, so that the people would start getting white people to represent them in the house and get a valuation that they believe is fair. Well, soon as day one of the next conservative president's presidency, they repeal that immediately.
Yes,
both of those things, the Affirmative Furthering Fair Housing and Housing Supply Fund, which those two makes it so that redlining is illegal, and it also makes it that that fair housing practices are no longer viable. Like, how Kamala wants to expand upon that, where the government takes control of fair housing, or not control of it, but they lock up blocks of housing where it's kept at a certain price for people to own houses and people to purchase houses and lease and rent houses. All of that is gone on day one. And the three things alone affect, I would say, 65%. I might be off a little by a couple percentage points. 65% of new Black households and old Black households, especially in the valuation part.
I got you. Somebody got some background noise, man. It's killing me.
I don't know who that is. I'm in silence right now.
Me too. I can hear it, bro. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I'm gonna tell you what they're saying in a minute, so you know who it is. But Pharaoh, your thoughts? Make sure it's not me. Your thoughts? How Project 2025 is going to affect the Black community?
I think y'all hear my traffic.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
They need to change some tires out there. defunding of education is already bad with Black
Did it
communities.
go away and come back?
It's just going to get worse.
Yeah, it did.
You know, most of us depend on Social Security. Social Security is going to go away. It's going to affect it pretty. It's going to be tough. It's going to affect it. I don't know what the timeline is going to be like over how many years, but eventually, it just like Matt Professor said, it's going to affect just owning a home. Something basic that we want to do. It's going to definitely take away. I was telling one of the soldiers at work, that likes to sell homes. You're not going to be able to sell anything if you let the corporations buy the homes up. What you going to sell?
Right.
So, it's going to affect us greatly. Definitely, just to say the middle class. We fall in most of the middle class. All of us on this panel. So it's going to affect us greatly. And at the end of the day, I want to own my home. You know what I mean? We already have the state coming in with the loaded titles. If something doesn't get paid, they come snatch it up from you.
Yeah.
So, if they take anything else away from us, what the hell is the point of us even being on this planet?
Yeah.
So,
Tim Dog, your thoughts?
During the Great Migration, the United States was giving immigrants from Europe land and opportunity, whereas they had freed Black slaves and they weren't alive. They weren't a part of it. So that it only goes to show the government's disdain for anyone that they feel is lower than them to progress. Get rid of the social economic program, and you get rid of half of the country. Because more than half of the country, I'm sure, depends on some kind of government assistance in something, whether it be tax credits, whether it be, free, tax-free housing, whatever. All of that'll be gone. And then you think the economy is bad now, which it's improving. It's just gonna make things worse. When you have people who believe that, the country would be better off under someone like that, then this is not a democracy thing. Because he already said, vote for me, you'll never vote again.
Yeah. He
I
did
mean,
say
he
that.
literally believes that.
Yeah. Now, conspiracy brother, I know you're not into politics, and I know you want. I know you kumbaya brother on here now. All this one. You Frank Beverly. We all one. So, what are your thoughts about what these brothers just said?
Well, I got some completely different thoughts because they say what they got to say. But my thing is, again, this is not anything that's guaranteed to happen if Donald Trump is elected. So with that being said, he says that he's not involved with this. And y'all say that there's people that work with him that are involved. But that's just like somebody you work with getting involved into something that you don't agree with, and you tell people you don't agree with it, but they still say, well, you work with them and they work for you, and they follow. He said that they heard this from you, so this is why we're doing it. But he's still saying that he's not. So to me, it's like getting worked up over something that you don't know is going to happen. There's a possibility. Why work yourself up about something that ain't a guarantee?
Is this the same motherfucker who said he didn't lose the election, but yet he ain't president?
I'm gonna say this.
But you can say what you want.
I hear what you're saying. I'm go ahead. Go. I mean to cut you off, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I was just responding to him, but it ain't important. Go ahead.
Okay, you can say that, but everything that he said is basically aligning with what's seen Project 2025. I wrote something down here, and this is one thing I want to hear what you have to say. One thing that's in Project 25 is that they want to unleash undue force on protesters. And who said that? Who said that they want the protester to be shot? Can we shoot him in the leg? See, that's in Project 2025. So everybody they say that you could protest, but it was only one person that I knew when he was president said that, hey, can we shoot him? If I'm wrong, man, first tell me I'm wrong.
No, absolutely.
But just
Absolutely.
because it's in there
That's why
doesn't
DeSantis.
mean
That's why
it's gonna
DeSantis
happen.
made a law in Florida that if protesters are blocking the road, you can run them over legally. I mean, the fuck is that? That goes against the First Amendment wholesale.
But right to assemble, right to protest. So things like that. I got another one here. Okay, what did it say here? Oh, the voting rights. People died, man. People died for us to vote. People died for us to vote. And of course, I only heard one person say that, hey, vote for me, you never have to vote again. When you hear something like that, you say to yourself, what is this country coming to? I know Pharaoh said it as well. He said this earlier. This is the beginning of a dictatorship. Expound a little bit more on that, Pharaoh.
I don't need to expound on it. Trump is a descendant of Germany. He's speaking that German ideology from World War II, the Hitler stuff. He praises Hitler. He follows behind Putin. Man, you can't get any more transparent than that. So, what are we talking about?
Well, you know what? I want to ask the Alchemist this. You say it's nothing to get worked up over, but do you take the chance? I mean, there's nothing to get worked up over about a hurricane coming to your house, but do you leave your house unprotected in any way, shape, or form? Do you leave yourself? Do you leave yourself open, like without preparation for if the power goes out for days on it and you have no clean drinking water? You prepare for the worst. You prepare for. I mean, you're military. You prepare for every eventuality, whether or not you're going to need it or not.
Can I say this? That goes along with. Sorry,
but you don't overly concern yourself.
No, you do.
Is what I'm
concerned. Preparation is concern.
I said overly.
There's no over concern about. There's no overly concern in yourself when it comes to somebody who wants to do away federal protections. Let's talk about this part of it. Still takes away the EPA and NOAA, which affects you especially. Your state was hit by 4 fucking hurricanes this year. He wants to do away with NOAA, which would do away from hurricane tracking. So you wouldn't get that anymore. He wants to do away with FEMA, so you wouldn't get federal protections if your insurance lapses and can't cover anything. It does away with all that, all of it. So yes, as a homeowner in Florida, you should be damn concerned about this.
Also, it's going to take away the monitoring of how insurance is even covering people.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like what Ali said.
Ali says, if you don't got flood insurance, you fucked.
But no, what he wants to do is if an insurance company wants to deny you for any reason, they can go ahead and do so without you having any legal recourse to recoup your money. So if your insurance company said you were missing one shingle, but you have legal recourse at this point, they want to do away with the legal recourse so that you have no option to get money. So if your house is flattened by a hurricane, the insurance company can say the hurricane didn't do it. If the house was structurally unsound and deny you.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give Conspiracy Brother a chance to respond to everything that you just said. So y'all don't cut him off. Let him go. Okay.
No, I'm gonna let him go.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it's the people that structured Project 2025. Trump says that he doesn't know anything about it. So I'm gonna say the people that structured Project 2025. These are their plans that they want the conservative president to put in effect. So I'm not, because I know we saying Trump wants to do this, and I truly believe that he wants to do it as well. But I'm going to make sure that people understand that he's not the president. These are the ideas of the people from a think tank that they want Donald Trump to follow their game plan to what they want America to look like. So if we can, I know it's going to be hard for us not to say this is Donald Trump plan. Let's keep it on to the people of Project 2025.
Well, I said that months ago. It's for the next conservative president.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
I would say he still hasn't denounced that if I get in office, that you won't have to worry about that ever being enacted. He hasn't said that.
I got that. But what I'm saying is
he has said that. He said that there's a lot of stupid things within that plan. And just like we said earlier,
he said he hasn't denounced it. Like, don't worry about that. We're not going to worry about that.
I just said that what he was come out of his mouth is that a lot of the shit is abominable, but there's ideas that could work. And just like we said
And
earlier,
that's the
they did the
problem I
same
have.
thing for Ronald Reagan since the 80s. So this is nothing new. And it's nothing that and Trump to me doesn't seem conservative. And all these changes would have there's a lot of other people in play to make all these changes happen. And that's why I say
hold
it's
on. I
not
didn't
as
mean to cut you
simple.
off. I tell the folks not to cut you off. You say something just now. I got to give you this, dog.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. You realize that? You should be medicated.
What's wrong with you?
Crazy.
You just say that is not concerned, man. God damn, you get the
Negro, please.
God damn. I don't know the hell you get that shit from. Yeah, that shit you smoking, that's some good shit.
Because have y'all have y'all watched his interviews?
Yes.
Yeah.
What, do you think he's gonna sit there and say, "Yeah, I'm behind
Not-
Project 2025" because it's a loser? Because guess what? Earlier this year, when people didn't really know about it, he
That's
was
right.
all about it. And then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, when they realized there was backlash, now he don't know nothing about it.
No, but what was it? It was Project 47, I believe.
But now it's Project 47. Project
Okay.
47 is just an offshoot of Project 2025, where he acts
To
like
throw
he
you
came
off.
up with the ideas, but when people start going through the shit, it's most of the shit that's in Project 2025 anyway.
Yeah.
To throw you off. Once
and this-
again, distraction.
And this is another thing, man, that I want you to talk about first. Also, in Project 2025, they want to gut Social Security and Medicare. And I know a lot of people are dependent on Medicare, and some people they live by Social Security. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
It just goes to show where there's there's lack of empathy. There's lack of I don't care. And he's a showmanship. Trump is you just compliments him and all of a sudden you his best friend. So, I kind of agree with the Alchemist, whereas Trump's not really behind it. He's being used, but at the same time, in order for someone to use you, you have to have some kind of belief or understanding what's you're out there promoting. Regardless if you say it's not my idea or anything. You don't just go out there and promote anything without knowing what it is. And then when you get caught, you want to try and save grace and say, oh, I don't know what it is, come up with the Project 47, 48, whatever the fuck, another distraction. I mean, this guy is a TV star on steroids
Right.
who believes he is this above the law figure that was created on television. I mean, anyone who sits there and say, oh, I was just making it up, would never joke about some of the things he does and saying, and even the latest stuff about Liz Cheney. Oh, I'm going to protect you women whether you want it or not. Things like that. It makes it easier for you to realize that, yeah, he's behind this Project 2025. It's easy to say that, yeah, he's conservative and he doesn't care about no one but himself because everything is geared around him and people around him like him to benefit.
Yeah,
He's always been about the money.
I would say
That's
this,
it.
when he talks about gutting Social Security and Medicare, I'm damn near to that age myself to be able to get my Social Security.
Right.
I done put all my money in, work damn near.
Right.
Damn.
And he's treating it as if it's the government's money when it's not.
Yeah. I don't invested my money. So when I hear him talk about they want to gut Social Security and Medicare, I feel some type of way. Farrell, your thoughts?
You already know.
You muted.
I've already been beating that horse to death. That is very important to me because this is my 31st year in government service, and you're gonna take my money away from me. I got a problem with that, especially if they go in there and they mess with the VA benefits, and take that away, or even change the way that people are hired. It's already bad with the GS system, and then they're gonna take that away, and put your buddies in over you that's not even qualified. I got a problem with that. It's just it's a sad day that just the entertaining of Project 2025. We shouldn't even have to worry about entertaining that because it's not for America. It's for certain people that's going to run America. So
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Your thoughts on Matt, Professor. When you hear, Project 25, they want to gut Social Security and Medicare.
Well, see, that's been the dream of the Heritage Foundation, and it started under Reagan, where they would have members of the media and certain lawmakers talk about Social Security and Medicare stuff you build into your entire working career, or your entire working life, rather, as what do they call it? What's the damn word they use? Not privilege, but it is a oh, come on, guys, what's the word that they keep using for Social Security?
You are the source. What the hell?
I know, and I can't, for some reason, I'm spacing on the word. I cannot remember. It's not a right that it's something that, even though it's something you built into, it's not a right for you to have it back.
Yeah,
You're not building equity. What'd you say?
Yeah. I say almost like it's not guaranteed. Like
they're trying to say that
that's obvious by all the money they send overseas.
I know this. When this word gonna come to me at 10:30 tonight.
Yeah. But go ahead, man. Finish your thought.
But the fact that the Heritage, like I said, during the Reagan term, they started working on this, having Social Security looked at as not a right for you to have, that as a system that you've built into your entire working career, or your entire working life, rather. I said career again. I don't understand why I say that. But anyway, that you don't deserve that. That it's it's the government's privilege to give you what you've worked for, what you've invested into, because your Social Security taxes are taken out on an investment in the U.S. government. And the problem is, under Reagan was the first time they started taxing Social Security in more than 3 decades. Before he got elected, there wasn't no taxes on Social Security benefits. Now there is over a certain point. Then Reagan also was the first president to take money out of Social Security and pass it along to the military, which started weakening the system, which is what most conservative presidents do, is they take Social Security money to fund one of their pet projects and then go, see, I told you Social Security is broken. And that's part of the issue. And that's what the Biden-Harris administration has been working on for these last few years, is doing away with the abilities to use Social Security as a credit card for the U.S. government. And Republicans have been fighting against this shit since the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. So conspiracy, bro, you just heard that. I know you of age now. You still young, but hearing that they want to get something that you worked your whole life, you invested in, but now they want to gut it. And sooner or later, you might need Medicare to be able to take care of yourself.
Entitlement is the word.
Entitled.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what are your thoughts when they say, hey, I want to gut Social Security and I want to gut Medicare?
Right, Joseph, right.
It may not be such a bad thing to find out where there's problems, where money shouldn't be spent and moved around, or different things of that situation.
That wasn't a problem until Reagan got into it, is what we're saying. It was never broken until you started messing with it. Then it became broken.
You got to let the brother finish, then come back.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
I'm just going to cut him off before he say anything else, because it was fine until it got broken when somebody touched it.
But that's not fair, though. That's not fair to the conversation. That's not fair, because you won't want the brother to cut you off. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what? I do apologize for that, but I understand what the alchemist is trying to say. But
I got you. But
it doesn't matter. I mean, wrong is wrong. You can't make an excuse.
But that's not the point, though. The point I'm trying to make is, if we're trying to have a civil conversation, if I'm talking, let me get my point across, or let the brother get his point across. Just don't cut him off just because you don't like to hear what he has to say. Make he say what he has to say. Then you can say, hey, I want to speak on that point. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you could be right, but you done shut the brother down. And that's what we're not here to do. That's what Trump does. He shuts people down. He don't let the people finish. He cuts them off.
You're a Trumpian.
So ain't nobody shutting your ass down.
So all I'm trying to say is, we have difference of opinion on this show, but we also have to respect each other's opinion. Just because you say something that I don't like, I shouldn't be jumping in and cutting you off. Hey, I'll wait till you finish, then I'll give you my diatribe. I done brought my word back. God damn it.
Damn, it's been a
We
month.
ain't, we
I
ain't
don't
heard
like that
we ain't
word.
heard that one in a while.
Well, I'm saying it's been more than a month.
You sound
And she was-
I
He's
brought
gonna
it back.
give himself that sad
Oh, my
bomb.
goodness.
Yeah. My
Oh,
bomb working, ain't it? My bomb working?
No,
Joe, give us the
no,
bomb,
that
Joe. Give us a
that
bomb,
that
Joe.
same thing she said too,
Because
huh?
his bomb is broke. I'm gonna have to.
his bomb needs
Joe,
some Viagra or
I give me a new
Cialis or
laptop.
something. Shit.
I'm gonna
Hey,
get
you know, there's a gel out now.
Non-prescription.
I got you. And then-
Get your bomb
let
up.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this, conspiracy brother. Another thing that's seen on Project 2025 is this. They want to the warrantless surveillances. You know, so they could be able to
Yep.
watch you without a warrant. They could be able to bust into your house without a warrant. This is part of Project 2025.
Do that.
Now, yeah, but you got a recourse though. But there's no recourse. So I mean, as an African American, as a black man, as a man in general, as a woman, you should be afraid that they could just come into your house anytime they want to under Project 2025. Your thoughts on that?
Why should I be afraid if the politicians that y'all elect do their job and not let these things happen? Because there's not going to be no pushback. It ain't like this shit just going to go through because they want it. That's why they still been doing this since the 80s, because they ain't got what the fuck they wanted. You know what I'm saying?
I got
So to me, if y'all elect the proper politicians to get in there and do their job, then we won't have to worry about that. That's why I'm not worried.
Ding 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 ding.
Y'all got
This
who first shot
motherfucker
at
here, boy.
who wanted the first shot at that one?
Huh?
Who wanted the first shot at that one? I know y'all did that. Go ahead,
Bro,
man. Who the first shot at it?
man.
But see, that's the problem. Are they
Mhm.
gonna elect the right politicians? See, that's the whole thing. That's why I said ding 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 ding, because
No.
people
He
will
said
always vote.
y'all.
People will always vote against their own best interest. That's why I don't understand how these people are going to vote for Trump. These poor backwoods, toothless Okies in fucking Kentucky going to vote for Trump when 90% of them are on Social Security, and he wants to take that away from them. But here's the thing: that's why what Trump always talks about is this brown person from this brown land is coming for your money, and it started under Reagan. You tell people that somebody brown coming after the shit that they think they deserve, the entitlement that they deserve, that they deserve, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you find
400
your
years
rights are gone too, because the money that you said that they lied to you and told you it was given to the brown people was actually being given to your broke ass. And you see, you keep laughing every time somebody bring up Reagan, because this shit started under Reagan. And that's the problem. See, you want to discuss your history. You want to look at the history as you see it rather than history the way it fucking is. And
Why
that's
do
my
you think
problem.
a lot of these Republicans want to be like Ronald
Yeah,
Reagan?
you got too
many
Emulate behind
problems.
Ronald Reagan. Reaganomics wasn't like some made up shit. It was Reaganomics is better publicized than Bidenomics. Because Bidenomics is about reform. Reaganomics is about
But y'all
taking away.
voted him in.
You know,
Y'all
y'all.
voted
I
him in
wasn't old
still.
enough to vote for him.
He had nomics, and
Fucking-
y'all didn't vote for Biden when he won.
I would say this. I would say this because y'all brothers, y'all want to. I should have said y'all rebuttal on what? Because y'all didn't answer my goddamn question. My question about the warrantless. Y'all went back to.
Well, if you want me to talk about warrantless, here's the thing about warrantless. They're only going to use it against his political enemies, and he's already said that. That's where he's already gone. He's already said he wants to be able to go to his enemy's house, to his political enemy's house, including people in the media, including people on this fucking panel, except for the conspiracy brother or alchemist or whoever he is today, except for him, because we tell the truth about his ass. That's why I keep getting upset with Alchemist, because he says, "Oh, everything's poly fucking Anna, everything's all good. He don't mean us no Master Trump don't mean us no harm." Yes, the fuck he does. They always have.
And if he can get away with it as a president, it goes down to the governors, it goes to the mayor, it goes to the city council, and they already trying to
Ain't
do it.
nobody getting my vote. Shit.
That's why I say y'all.
My name on
He
the
said
ballot.
y'all
I
need
still
to
got
vote
4
somebody
days.
else.
You know, but my thing with
I'm
the
not
warrantless.
placating into the system no more. Y'all
I got
have
you,
at
my
it.
brother. Hey, I got you, my brother. I got you, my brother. Yeah, you might not.
I'm gonna find success who regardless
I
of who
would say
president.
this.
That don't even matter.
I agree with you. You're gonna find success, but your success is coming upon other people's back. You may not vote, you may not have a dog in the fight, but your success is going to come upon other people's back that are out there voting, that are out there doing the job. So whatever joy that you may get, whatever joy you might say, hey man, I ain't had nothing to do with that. But the people that actually out there putting their lives on the line. And I'm gonna say lives because some people die. Some people die for the right for us to be able to do what we do. So that's why I say that what you say now, that dog don't hunt. But Pharaoh, coming to you, my brother, coming to you. You know, if you want to rebut what conspiracy brothers say,
rebuttals. I got rebuttals for your rebuttal.
Okay, then go ahead. What's your rebuttal, my brother?
Again,
who we talking to? What we talking about?
I'm talking conspiracy brother. He said he got a rebuttal.
I'm confused.
He was over there licking his cigar, going, yeah.
I'm gonna give you a chance to rebut what I just said. Go ahead.
We've all been somebody that's done our part. And I'm not belittling anyone who wants to vote, but I'm not giving my energy to either one because I don't like nothing that's there. So why should I have to make a choice for something I don't want on either side? So it's my right to vote just as well as my right not to vote. So I'm not giving my power or my energy to either side because to me and what I know, the shit's all the show. Yes, lives have been lost.
The shit, sir.
Because people don't care about that shit. The people that's truly in charge, they don't care about that shit. Plenty of lives have been lost for bullshit. And it's ridiculous. But at this point, I'm not playing into what they're doing anymore.
I got you.
Because if I don't give neither side the power to make decisions on my behalf, then I'm at the mercy regardless of who gets in there.
Exactly.
I'm at the mercy of, and I don't like neither side.
Exactly. And that's exactly.
I don't like either side. So why should I vote? Why should I have to vote for either side?
What I'm trying to say to you, conspiracy brother, is I understand the way that you're thinking, but you just hit the nail on the head. You just hit, even though you may not look at it as that, hey, I don't have a dog in the fight. Other people are fighting for you to be able to say that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
And I appreciate that fact because at one point I understood that deeply, but now that I see things differently, I still appreciate the people out there doing what they think is right for them.
All right, man. That's
what's right for you.
Okay, then let's get Pharaoh in there. Pharaoh, your thoughts
on
Pharaoh.
what?
On
I
the
don't even know what we talking about.
You talk about the warrants. Oh, you want to rebut what conspiracy just said? Because we just talked about a whole lot. We talked about the warrantless situation with people just busting your house, man. If you're not talking the way they want to talk, hey, go kick in Pharaoh's door because I don't like the way the way
they gonna get shot. They kicking my door.
I got that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is
they gonna get shot
under Project 2025. They have the right to do that. Even though you have the right.
No, listen, I get that. I get all that.
You even made you lose the right to defend yourself in your own home.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No, I'm just saying,
I might lose my freedom, but it don't get it. I don't lose my right to shoot a motherfucker. They come through my door.
Unlawfully, just because they got a warrant.
It's whatever law, unlawful, whatever kind of law you think of. Somebody bust through the door, they gonna get shot. That's just that simple.
But again,
kick in the door within the 4-4, or you heard with don't shoot me no more.
Here's the problem with that way of thinking, and I understand it because I'm a gun owner, just like everybody here is. I'm multiple gun owner.
Except for Chuck, or man on the street.
The problem with that is the way the Department of Justice will be under Donald Trump or whatever the next conservative president is. The judiciary is going to have the opportunity to say you were in the wrong, defending yourself against a warrantless, arrest or a warrantless investigation or surveillance of you. And once you let's say they enter your house to arrest you without a warrant and you shoot them again, police are going to have immunity against their actions against you. So like I said, they've closed this circle really nicely.
Yes.
And that's what everybody needs to recognize. The police are going to have absolute authority to come into your house when they want to. They have absolute authority to take whatever action against you. They could put a fucking bullet in your pocket and say he had a gun. We don't know where the gun at, but we know he has bullets. You don't have bullets if you don't have a gun.
Right. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, first of all, I ain't gonna be doing nothing where they got to come to my house anyway. So I ain't even sweating that shit. But but what I'm saying, if those laws, I mean, we don't want those laws to be in place by any means. That's the situation we're talking about. And a lot of this stuff is going to involve people that are actually out there doing the things that's going to have these laws to be immune for. But at the end of the day, let's go back to Reagan, when Reaganomics hit the fan, and they put all the drugs and stuff in the black communities, to fund the CIA, to fund all the wars that was going on in Panama and all those other countries. The government has been doing this since the beginning of time.
You're old enough to know about it,
right? Huh? Man, I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old because that's when about what a time, Paula. Come on, man.
Ollie North.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't even born.
Paula wasn't even a seed, man. Get out of here.
I guess that Matt Professor, you put it in a better way than I say it. And it's not even have to be about you having a gun. This is just like World War II Hitler. If you speak ill about the people in power, we coming to your house. You already hear the man say that they're suing CBS because the way that they edited Kamala's Harris. You understand? So it's anything, any little thing that you do that they perceive that is not the way. What she say? What she say? Talk about that.
You talking about shit?
Leave with that next time, Paula.
But anything that they perceive that goes against their game plan, they could kick in your door, whether you have a weapon or not. That's the problem. That's the problem I have with them talking about this warrantless situation in Project 2025. Anything, and then the way that they word it is that the executive branch will have all the power. The Congress and the Senate just going to be nothing. Because they could supersede, they could go around them and get what they want to do. Like you say, Matt Professor, with the executive orders, we could go around that because the president has all the power. So, hey, we don't like 2 cigars in a blunt. Besides conspiracy, brother, I want to lock all of them up because they keep talking shit about me.
I'm not going with y'all though.
They're not gonna get me. I'm gonna die because they're not taking me.
I got that, but I'm just saying in general.
Set it off. Set it off.
I'm telling you now.
Don't wait
you now. I'm not going nowhere because they're not getting me.
I understand that. I'm trying to say this is a general statement, and the general statement.
I know, man. I know
the power that they're trying to put into Project 2025. Like I said before, even though we talk, and mainly people of color going to feel the effect more than people of non-color. I hate to say that. It's going to affect them, but it's going to affect us a whole lot more. Matt Professor.
I actually.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Farrell. Go ahead.
I actually listen. We talking about this part, but my family future, I have a problem with. My daughter, the women's rights that's going to be taken away. My grandson's education, all that's going to be taken away. I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Their futures are dim if we let Project 2025 get in there. So, let's talk about that. And if for any woman that wants to support Trump, or I won't say Trump, support the Republican Party,
MAGA,
for them to have their rights taken away, I have a problem with that because I have a daughter. I don't want her rights taken away. I got, people getting sick, the pregnancy. We already have women dying over pregnancy issues. Now they ain't gonna have no insurance to even have to worry about that. So, let's talk about that.
No, and you brought that up. And I'm coming to you on Matt Professor. You brought up a great point because they've been trying to appeal on Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. And you know,
this is for
and with that, with Project 2025, that gives the insurance company like myself that have health issues now. If I try to get health insurance, oh, we don't have to give it to you. And that's what they're trying to go back to, so to make the insurance company much richer. Now, Matt Professor, you could expound on more what Pharaoh was talking about, and also talk about what I talk about with the Affordable Care Act that they're trying to repeal, or you can't get health insurance.
They don't have insurance to replace it, though. That's the issue.
Well, that's why he said he had a concept of a plan. That's why 10, 12 years ago, he was talking about, when he first ran, he was talking about repealing Obamacare, and they actually tried. And thankfully, John McCain saw that it was stupid to get rid of it, because here's the thing: repealing the ACA immediately kicks almost 90 million people off of insurance. Yes, and the fact that and here's the sinister part of this shit is part of the ACA made it so that employers would have to provide insurance. They want to do it. That's the biggest part they want to do away with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main part of this they want to do away with. So your employer doesn't have to give you insurance. The insurance companies can turn you down. Like you guys know what I've been through. Insurance companies can turn me down without ACA intact. And then they're going to defund Medicaid and Medicare, which like I said, the circle that they're building for this bullshit, it's amazing. And we talked about this a month ago, I think, when we were talking about how when Trump said in that interview he wants to do away with the Department of Education, that it ensures that poor people can't afford to school their kids. And it's funny that they're doing that. They're doing that while also making it easier for people to homeschool their kids where there's no oversight. Because the Department of Education, if you don't realize, only funds education. They don't set guidelines toward education. They only fund it. So he's trying to cut the funding to education without any recourse to to gain that back. It's similar to what he did to HBCUs when he got in office, where he took the HBCU money and shuttled it somewhere else, and then at the 13th hour rather, or 11th hour, whatever, 11th hour, they actually refunded HBCUs. Trump has always been against education because he's a stupid jackass. He's the dumbest motherfucker to ever run for president. I don't care. Miller Fillmore wasn't stupid.
And Jeff Bezos' wife at that time, she gave money to the HBCUs to compensate for that loss.
Right.
Yeah, I know conspiracy brother say he don't have a dog in the fight, but you do have a wife. And hopefully you have some grandkids, once your kids get a little bit older. But when you hear things like that, when he's wanting to take the right of away from your wife, or they want to take the right away from your wife to be able to get certain type of health care, or if you got a preconditioned injury or whatever, or you can't get health insurance, that gotta bother you a little bit. Spiritual brother.
I have faith in y'all to vote the right people who's supposed to be in office.
Why are you putting it on everybody else? Why are you putting it on everybody else? This is okay. Your health is your health and your kids is your dog in this fucking. I'm sorry for cutting them off, but your health and your kids' future is the dog in this fight that you say you don't have.
We're used to it now.
That's the dog in the fight you say you don't have. Hey, so what's your excuse now?
Where you again? If y'all make the right decision,
fuck y'all. Do it yourself, nigga. You bought that house yourself, didn't you? No, fuck that. Fuck that, Pharaoh. No, let me get on this nigga. You bought your own house, didn't you? Did somebody give you a
rivalry? Sibling rivalry on the damn.
Did somebody give you the fucking house, or did you go get it? I'm
trying to speak my piece, and I can't even get my out.
Fuck your piece. Did you go buy the house yourself, or did somebody give it to you?
What do you mean? Did I buy it myself? Yeah, it's in my name.
Okay, then. Fuck, your vote counts.
Again, so you're right. It's my vote, so I choose.
Right, fucking well. You out of your fucking mind?
I got you.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe in this system. I don't believe in this system. So since I don't believe, I believe in the people.
You're in the fucking system, nigga. Guess what, nigga? This is the fucking matrix and your ass in it. You ain't got no fucking pill to get out the motherfucker.
I believe in the people. to
No,
do
I'm
the
done with
right
this.
thing and put the right person in office, and that's what it
Oh my
is.
God.
Hey, that's what it is.
Hey,
So
can,
okay,
can I
hold
can
on,
I
hold on.
I
Let
gotta
me
get
finish.
Tim
Let me
Dog
finish.
here.
Let me go take a fucking heart pill
Let me
right quick
finish.
before
Let
I
me
talk
finish.
about
Why
that.
do you? Hey, let me finish. Why do you have such a problem with me believing in the people more than the system?
No, you don't believe in your fucking self. You're part of the fucking system, nigga. You saying
You're
y'all
not
vote. Y'all
answer the
vote. Y'all
question.
vote. What about your vote?
Answer the question. What is the
No,
problem with me
I
believing
just
in
answered the
people
question.
more than
What
the
about your
system?
vote? What about your fucking stake in this shit?
I would tell
What
you,
about
I'm
your
voting for
fucking
the
stake?
people to do the right thing. I'm voting for the people to do the
All
right
right, Spike
thing
Lee.
on my behalf.
I'm gonna answer.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm
I'm
gonna
giving
answer
my
the
vote
best
to the
way.
people.
I'm gonna
Whatever
answer
y'all
the
vote
best
is
way.
what I'm taking, and
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna rock
answer
with it
the
and make
best
the
way.
best of it.
I'm gonna answer the best way, and then I'm gonna because I ain't heard from Tim Dog. The only issue I have with that is that you're dependent. You're putting your family well being upon other people instead of taking that responsibility upon yourself. And I have a problem with that.
No,
No, hold on.
that's your and again. No, I'm cutting you off like everybody cuts me off.
No. I'm just
That's
going
your
to
problem. That's your
no.
problem. That's your problem that
Okay,
I'm
my brother.
choosing to keep
Hey,
my vote.
okay.
That's your problem, and that's not
I
going to
don't
change
give a
what
damn.
I'm
I don't
gonna
give a damn
do.
about
Is
the
what you
vote.
don't.
I don't give a damn about the vote, my brother. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you vote, you don't
I'm
vote. I
putting faith
really
in the
don't care.
people.
But what I'm saying is,
There you go. That's what I'm doing. I'm
when it
putting
boils
faith
down,
in the
to
people,
your
and that's
family,
it.
when it boils down to your family, your
They
personal
part of the
need,
people.
your personal
They part
need
of the people.
should be out the window. And that's just my thought. Yeah, hey, I can't change your mind. You down there, if that's the way you truly feel, my brother, hey, more power to you. But what I'm saying is, when it comes down to your family, all that shit is out the window. I don't give a damn about your vote. Your family
And
is
my
the
family will still
Okay,
be good.
so let's go back to how America was made off of non-consent, right? Let's go back. Let's go back before all of us. This country was built because they had a problem with the way their country was handling business, right? So they come over here to do business their way. They fought wars over here to keep those people away because of the business that they were still trying to strong arm in. And so now today we're in that same position against our government that we don't really care for. So that's how we should look at it: is they're doing to us or the American people the way England did to their people, which caused them to leave in the first place. The same thing as Haiti, the same as Liberia. All these countries have fought up and rose up against tyranny. Yeah, they're not living well because of that, but still, they got their rights back. I don't want to get to that point where I got to fight for my freedom. That's why we got to vote to make sure I don't have to fight for my freedom.
Tim Dog, your thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to go back to something that a stumbling block with the Republicans when it comes to ACA. One of the complaints about the Republicans was who's going to pay for it. It's going to drive up the cost of hospital care and insurance, when in actuality it did just the opposite. And those same Republican donors who was against or lobbying against the ACA, now they're lobbying for it, because now there are more competition in the insurance company, where you can be this big insurance company, then you have sub companies underneath who can all benefit from that. Then it becomes a big thing. And you notice over the years that the cost of getting insurance is going down. So the Republicans can't argue that they want to repeal it. The only reason why they want to repeal it is because they were embarrassed. I mean, think about it. You talk, oh, it ain't gonna work now. It's working. Oh, we want to get rid of it because it is, and we're gonna make something better, but they can't.
What's up, Miss
And
Crystal?
so, to me, it's just some people need to look at that, not just from the president, but from their own health standpoint. What's
My
going
issue,
to happen to them?
and I totally agree with you. My issue, my issue is this though, with the Project 2025 situation, is that this is it is a plan that conservative party wants to put in place basically for you to live the way that they want you to live. And then that's the game plan. The game plan is to live the way that you want to live. If you transgender, if you LBGTQ AI now that I found out is add 2 more letters to it. If you live a certain way, if you don't think the way I think, it all goes back to how Hitler tried to rule Germany. It's the same game.
It said in your clip that faith-based
Yes.
politics.
Yes.
I mean, faith-based laws.
Yes.
I mean, that goes against everything that the forefathers, fought for this country to have in the first place.
Exactly. Your thoughts, Tim? Your thoughts on Mad Professor?
Oh shit, my brain hurts right now. It really fucking does. I'm trying to be calm. I'm gonna be the calm professor. I can't be calm. Skip me this time.
Damn, boy.
I'm about to go on another cursing.
I got you.
Reading Miss Phoenix, I'm about to go cursing again. So I'm.
Hey, I need to know.
Because no, you know what? Fuck this. Yeah, thank you, Pharaoh. How is she a million times worse? Where the fuck is she a million times worse than an asshole who can't run his own fucking company, who can't keep his dick or his hands to his fucking self? Where is she worse? Where is she fucking worse? She's been elected in elected office almost 20 fucking years now, and everywhere she's gone, she's had success. Unlike Trump.
Man, Professor, calm
No,
down.
I'm done being fucking calm. He's never been a success at anything. This bitch has failed fucking upward the way most white people fucking do. So where is he fucking better? Where is he better? Fuck, write that shit out.
Shit, Professor's whole one tonight.
No, but I mean, honestly though, like you said, I've
That's
never
how
liked Trump
she's
since
entitled
1985.
She's entitled
You want
to
Vance.
have
She
her
want
reasons.
Vance.
Yeah, he's been worse.
You should have had him nominated. You want fucking Vance? Are you shitting me? Because you want the vice fucking president? You want
Hey, because he's not as old.
and he ain't as fucking smart, which says a whole lot.
They
Since
want
Trump
somebody close to Kamala's age, but not as smart.
Yeah, you know, the funny part that she said she wants Vance. Vance is the DEI his damn self.
Exactly.
He said he was
out of here.
This
motherfucker got in on the money of Peter Thiel. He don't know shit. He wrote a book that's a fucking lie. That's his life, just like the fucking Art of the Deal. It's all a fucking lie.
Yeah,
but
I got you.
He wants to cut the ACA.
The best reality show on TV.
Yeah, but
this is the greatest reality show ever played out. That they could have.
But my life is not a reality now.
And Trump is a puppet being played. He's a puppet being played.
That's what I'm about to say before we go to our closing comments. That's what I'm about to say, though. You know, with this
ignorant. Whoa.
Oh, motherfucker.
You know what, Crystal?
Making up fucking shit. Ignorant is
one.
I'm the most
Crystal.
ever.
No, she only repeat what he said. She repeats what he said.
And never want to fucking prove it. Ignorant is saying I'm the healthiest president when everybody know all you fucking eat is cheeseburgers all fucking day and wash the shit down with a chocolate shake and fucking fries. That's fucking ignorant.
There's a reason why he don't want people to know about his health. There's a reason.
You gotta earn that shit. The fuck out of here, ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Crystal.
No. She only saying that because he's smarter than her because he don't have the education.
Fuck out of here. Ignorant.
He lied about everything.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
They got some stupid people out there.
At least they not eating them.
Hey, I'm gonna say
no
this.
age range stupidity.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about.
Hey, she's entitled to think that. That's on her. But I say research first.
Yeah, do your research first. Don't go by the sound bites. Don't go by the sound clip. Do your research because you know, your choice is your choice. Your choice is your choice. But it seems to me that you listen to some sound, and that's the problem that I have with a lot of people. That's why I have a lot of problem with people that I work with that support Trump.
I have a problem with people who have a choice, though. No, if you can't get upset at somebody's choice, that's their right to have that choice.
What I say,
whatever it is.
Listen to what I said. What I said was I have a problem with they don't do their research. That's the problem I have. You go by a soundbite. That's like me going by a soundbite.
And she picking and choosing what she want to
Yeah,
say too.
that goes by.
How do y'all know she ain't done her research and she just
Hold on. I'm. That's like me saying. That's like me saying that.
He cut his mic off because he trying to get it out.
That's like me just saying
trying to play
that,
with your Crystal. I got your back, Crystal.
that's like
Yeah,
me
way
just.
back.
That's like me saying to
Hey,
you,
She
conspiracy
made her
brother.
choice.
That's like me saying to
He's
you,
an asshole, but you voting for him? What the?
I don't even know what he yelling about.
you know,
It's that.
That's why I ain't voting, because that shit ain't real.
like I say, but see, you don't make me get.
Now, I will agree with. I
Shit
wish Michelle had
ain't
ran. I
real.
will agree with that.
Shit ain't
Everybody wish
real.
she had ran. Everybody.
Hey,
45.
I'll
I know
agree
you
with
don't.
that.
Ain't
what
real.
I'm trying to say to you, conspiracy brother, is this. That's like me saying that you're not educated.
You trying to say something, man? Just say it.
No, man, because everybody keep interrupting me, and I'm trying to stop my conversation so everybody get theirs out. So
Okay,
let
go
me
ahead.
say, what I'm saying is
Go
that's
on.
like me saying to you, conspiracy brother, hey man, you're not educated. But I know from experience, I've known your track record that you are. So you can speak the way that you speak. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going by somebody telling me, man, conspiracy brother's not that smart. Okay,
All
then
right.
That don't,
no, I'm just
because I know who I am. So that,
I'm just
like, shit
saying
like that don't bother me.
no, it's a general question. That's what I'm trying to say. But I know because I know you. I did the research. We talked. I actually sat down with you. Most people don't do the research. They just go by a soundbite. They just go by what somebody else say. Instead of you taking upon yourself to do the research, then you come up with a goddamn educated plan or educated talking point. And that's the problem. That's the problem I have with most people when they talk about Kamala Harris, because they're going by what Donald Trump say or some other person say, instead of saying, okay, then me find the reason why they're saying this about her. And then once you do your research, then you can say to yourself, that's not right. Just like the math professor say, hey, successful DA, a successful lawyer, a successful senator. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, everybody's all of a sudden, the vice president has all this fucking power. When if you go do your research, the vice president ever since don't do nothing but what? Rule over the what? The goddamn Senate.
But Mike Pence didn't even do that. He never got a vote. Kamala Harris was
Another
one of
part
the
of the
first
show.
vice presidents
It's
to
so
have a
funny.
vote in the Senate.
All of Crystal's
We'll
answers
survive.
are
We'll survive.
exactly the same way that
We'll
Yeah.
survive.
Donald Trump and his
That's
cronies
gonna look.
say about her.
Depends
I
on who
mean,
you pick.
exactly. I
And
mean,
that's why,
that's crazy.
and
That is
that's
so
why,
crazy.
and that's why we talking about
Oh,
Project
you know,
2025. And that's why we talking about Project 2025, because that is the same game plan. If Donald Trump is reelected,
That
that
brainwash.
he's
You're
going
voting
to
for somebody you
enforce-
don't. I'm sorry, man on the street. I'm sorry. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
mute
man.
myself again. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The last
No,
fucking sentence she just wrote.
if I could, what's the definition? What's a word I could use?
We got what
There's
we
not even
got.
a word I could use with what I'm reading here.
I mean, someone
I-
who
Yeah.
not periodically,
I-
repeatedly just say stuff that you wouldn't normally hear from a person as a president, just saying vile and vicious and nasty, downright hurtful stuff on purpose.
hey,
I mean, he intentionally does this,
What
and people
hey,
still love him
can I
for
say
it.
this?
Come
Hey,
on
can I say
now,
this?
what
is that
about
what
in
you teach your
2016?
kids?
Hey,
You
can I
teach
say
your
What
this?
about in
kids that?
2016?
Hey,
Tim
can
Dog,
I
what about
say
in
this?
2016 in the interview when he said all women should be punished if they have an abortion?
Hey, no, okay, and I'm about to
What about
piggyback
that?
on that. I'm about to piggyback on that to you, and I'm talking to you, Crystal. You say that you are a domestic violence survivor. You're an advocate. Donald Trump, as you being a woman, Project 2025, if you try to go get treated because the other significant beat you down, now you don't have that right no more. He's trying to take the rights from you women. He wants to take
And
the rights from you women.
and they would have right to your medical records.
Exactly. They trying to take your rights. And that's the part I understand that women
And you
that
say she ignorant?
Yeah, come on now. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try to say this as calmly as I can to Miss Crystal, because I respect you voting the way you want to vote. It's your vote. You do it the way you want. But everything you said about her is proven to be on Donald Trump. See, you're going based on your feelings about her because your first statement was you don't like her. You don't like her. You don't like Trump. You don't listen to Trump, but he somehow won your vote. And see, both of those parts make no sense of your argument at all.
Yeah.
Not one damn bit. You're a domestic abuse survivor. You're a domestic abuse advocate. He wants to do away with programs that protect women from domestic abuse. In fact, a few things in Project 2025 is something that Republicans are trying to do now in states like Texas, where you don't have the right to divorce an abusive husband just because he's abusive. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, Miss Crystal,
oxymoron.
I love you. I'm sorry that I started cursing and I didn't mean to call you out your name. I really didn't. But the point of fact is, you're voting for the fucking party that wants to make you a third-class citizen because your fucking dog will have more rights than you.
Yeah.
So explain this shit to me. I really need this to explain. I need this to be explained better than you are, because right now you're going on conjecture, you're going on feelings because I want to fuck JD Vance or whatever the fuck you said. I don't care.
No, she didn't.
You make no sense. Your arguments make no fucking sense. I'm sorry.
They're gonna come to his house first.
Yeah,
they can.
Oh yeah, they gonna come to your house first. Boom. As a matter of fact, before the podcast over, there's gonna be a knock at the door.
I got cameras all over this bitch. I see him coming in the front and the back. I got guns. I got him on. I got him within arm's reach.
And Crystal, that is very valid. And I hope you didn't vote yet, because I need you to really, really understand what's really happening with the women's side of things.
Yes.
Like I said, I have a daughter, and I don't want her going through the stuff that you're going to be going through if you guys vote Trump in. That's just that's simple.
And you say the right thing you just goes back to what I said earlier. You say you're going to do some research, and that's all I'm saying. Do your research.
Yes,
and once you do your research, and you still feel the way that you feel, hey, by all means, do what you have to do.
As long as you vote and get your opinion out, and don't be like the alchemist, though. You know, cool.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying.
Don't trust the people. Don't trust y'all.
Yeah, just do your research.
Yeah.
Hey man, look! You stop putting the ball in everybody's court, man. You got to take a shot too, man.
Who cares the way the world is going to respect a woman president? Who fuck? There's been women president. The UK has had a female prime minister, more than one. Germany
There's
just
37 of them.
Germany just had a female president, Angela Merkel, for more than 2 terms, if I remember right. So that's bullshit. Stop giving me about a woman in fucking power. If you have a problem with a woman in power, whoever the fuck your name is, just admit to that. I would respect you more if you admitted that part of it, but not saying what would the world think. Fuck the world. What do you think they thought of Trump, dumbass?
Yeah. See, that's the problem.
I mean, come on, man.
That is the problem right there. The more asshole, Chris.
Fuck out of here.
Well, you got roasted real quick.
Oh, this goddamn boy, this Project 2025. But what
I don't care. I don't know. Needs to go ahead and just, hey man.
Hey,
Amari, Chris, Amy, Chris, keep it moving, son.
Yeah, like I said before, we gonna go at our final thoughts here on Project 2025.
I thought you ain't give a fuck about what the world thought. You USA, you don't give a fuck about what the world, man.
He probably ain't even in the USA. Who knows? Who gives a damn? Anyway, moving on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me mute myself again.
Hey, keeping it real. Keeping it real.
But this is the passion. This is the passion. If you haven't researched Project 2025, because you may think that it may not affect you, but it's going to, whether you vote or you don't vote. And
thanks a lot, Miss Crystal. Appreciate you listening.
And that is the part, and that is the part that a lot of people, that's the part that a lot of people don't seem to understand. If you don't vote, it's not going to affect me. If you do vote, it's not going to affect me. Because people that be voting power, they're not going to make the right decision. But at least you made your voice heard, and that's what it boils down to. People, you have to look into Project 2025 and how it's going to affect you.
Hey, you guys forgot the increase of tariffs. You forgot about the tariff stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the tariffs real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Then talk about the tariffs, then, my brother.
Hey, let's tariffs. But look, he wanted to increase 60% to China and 20% everywhere else. You know how inflammatory that's going to be with us having to pay the difference on those tariffs here.
Yeah.
We already
Say goodbye
can't afford
made in China.
And the
Say
CEO
goodbye
of
made in
AutoZone
Japan.
announced today that those tariff costs will be passed along to the consumer. What company?
They always
I want
are.
somebody to name one company that believes that the consumer won't be feeling a 95% tariff when shit is charged to what they bring in. I want one person
Walmart.
to tell me one company.
No,
Walmart.
man, that's the wrong question.
No,
name one
bullshit.
company that's
No.
going to
I would
absorb
probably say
all the tariffs.
probably
and
SpaceX.
not pass it along to it.
No. Amazon.
Both of y'all can't
Joe
talk. I'm
Bezos.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I
sorry.
was
I'm
talking,
thinking
but
Joe
Tim Dog,
Bezos.
of course, he want to slide in because he got all them tires
No.
behind him. You can't hear shit.
No, I was talking to myself, babe. I was talking too loud.
Oh my!
That's why I've been muting myself.
Yeah, mute your goddamn mouth. Your mic.
Go ahead,
brother.
Pharaoh.
The question I was saying, you was about what Americans consumer. What company is going to absorb those taxes they have to pay and not pass it along to the damn community?
That's the point. That's the whole point of it. That's why I brought up like I said, the AutoZone CEO said this shit earlier today. But that's my problem with everybody who's saying this isn't a tax or this won't raise shit. All the CEOs have already said whatever cost has occurred them is going to come back to you. So your little iPhone that's been subsidized by your carrier, because I know most of you people like me, I'm not gonna lie, not gonna outright buy my phone. Guess how much your phone gonna cost now? If it's an iPhone built 100% in China, it's gonna go from $1,500 to almost $2,500, almost $3,000, nearly $3,000 if my math is right for a fucking iPhone.
Steel? What about just steel alone? What about
exactly
any
your cars?
They can
Cars.
buy cheaper overseas, right? They can buy cheaper overseas. They save money. What about the people who's actually mining the ore and everything in America? Your jobs are in jeopardy now because nobody's buying your product.
Book, Miss Crystal? What's your book? We'll talk about it, Miss Crystal. You know we don't want. You know we support you, Miss Crystal. We don't agree with
like
you, but we know we're gonna step up for you. But anyway, I'm sorry.
But back, we about to do our closing statements because we gotta get to the after show.
Yeah, I need the after show now.
I forgot all about that.
I'm going to get me a glass of Coney. No, I got to drive. God damn.
Yeah, I would say that
driving a glass. God damn it.
Before we gonna give Conspiracy Brother the first chance at it because he get a chance to talk all night.
I don't need much time to say what I gotta say.
Conspiracy Brother, man, what you got to say, my brother? Your closing statement on Project 2025.
I feel like I've been in the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah. Your closing statement on Project 2025, my brother.
Like y'all say, do your research. Do some real research.
Don't listen to somebody on TV.
That's my closing statements on it.
The Conspiracy Brother's like, man, let's go to the after show. Shit. What you got to say?
I hope somebody want to talk about bananas because I need a fucking laugh.
Yeah, you need a good laugh. Tim Dog, your final thoughts on Project 2025, my brother.
You don't have a right to say anything if you don't vote, regardless of who you voted for. It is your right and opinion to, make your opinion. But if you don't, and you still complaining about things going wrong, people like you need to be put in front of a firing squad. How about that? Because
you sound like Donald Trump with that kind of rhetoric.
Yeah, that's Donald
Trump with that kind of rhetoric.
Whoa, are you being hypocritical, mister?
I didn't think you listened to Donald Trump in rhetoric. That's just what I thought.
Anthology.
Say it's called a People First. It's a
it's a 3-book anthology. Okay.
But once you get it down, let us know so we can promote it.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Please.
Definitely.
Go ahead, Pharaoh King. Your thoughts on Project 25. Your final thoughts on Project 2025.
Like we've been saying for the past 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 23 seconds that's counting. You have to, and you must research. If those who haven't voted yet, you have to 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. on Tuesday, November 5th of 2024, Eastern Daylight Savings Time, to get your vote in and make sure that you are making an educated vote Don't go out there based off of other people's comments or other people's opinions, because those opinions might not be in line with yours. So
Exactly.
just
All
do
right.
it.
Man, Professor, you don't calm down. So go ahead, brother.
Yeah. I
Throw
wish
some
I had.
water on them.
Is that sweat? Is that sweat on his head? No.
Actually, it's not. I just have oily skin. Anyway,
All right,
Negro, please.
He's a hardcore rapper, but he's glossy.
I just have,
You know that's baby oil.
very oily ass skin.
You know
That's why I
that's
look so
baby oil.
goddamn
Go
young
on.
for 51 years.
Go ahead, my brother.
But I just want to first apologize to anybody I offended, especially you, Miss Crystal, and Conspiracy Brother. But shit, me and him been arguing like this since his birth, so fuck him.
He the one that spanked you.
That's no, I ain't spanking him. I ain't stopping from stabbing an electrical outlet with a fork. But anyway,
Should have let him.
Hey,
A lot of
probably
crazy
turn that spot black. You should probably let that happen.
but George Orwell in 1984, which was a few years back, said the party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final and most essential command. And that's the shit we're going through right now, people. The MAGA party is telling you not to believe what you see and hear. Only believe what they tell you. Only believe what they programmed you to feel. Do your damn research, people. That's just like you did in school, just like you did for a book you've written. Do your research.
All right, and that's what we talk about, Crystal. Yes,
I like Miss Crystal.
That's what I said. We can have a different opinion.
Crystal.
Yeah. We can have a different opinion, and your opinion may not be mine, but at least we
Right.
come back to be civil. And that's why I tell people all the time, y'all might hear us on here. We may go bicker, we may cuss each other, but at the end of the show, we always come back as one, like Voltron. Oh man, we come back like Voltron. But I'm gonna say,
have a live
Old as
action
fuck. Nigga say Voltron. You better say Power Rangers or something. Tell it to me.
Wow.
Tell
Wow,
him.
who me
Tell
up?
him, please.
No, Voltron is it, bro.
Nobody talks about
You know
that.
Voltron is that.
but that's how it is. And what it boils down to, we are passionate about what we talk about, and that's what it boils down to. We want y'all to be well informed. We get on here and we joke a lot and we laugh a lot, but this is something that's going to be dealing with your personal belief, your family.
Well,
These changes may affect the way that you live your everyday life. And that's why you have to get involved. That's why you have to read about what people are trying to enforce upon you. Because, like they say, the first thing they want to do is give the executive branch all the power. So it doesn't matter who you vote for the Senate. It doesn't matter who you vote for your congressman or congresswoman.
Don't matter.
It's going to be the president under Project 2025 that's going to have the say so.
Off with their heads.
So all these things that you have, that you live with, that's making your day to day, if this plan goes into effect, it's going to affect you, whether you're white, black, red, brown, yellow, or whatever. It's going to affect you one way or another. So do your research.
who the hell's great?
Do your research. All right. Now, oh man, the party not over. We got the after show coming up. But before we go, we always like to give you something funny, something to think about, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? Joe, what you say? The MAGA candidate both have admitted to lying to the
Yeah.
That's true too. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go?
What politician ain't lying? Come on, man.
What I got for the people today, and I've said it for a long time. I'm almost at the end of my journey on my travels, my vacation.
Oh man, hey, you scared me how you said that. That's shit. What?
Well, you thought I was dying? No, not today. No, but family's important. I didn't see all my family when I was in Baltimore. Now I'm in Springfield enjoying my son and my grandson, but I wouldn't trade anything for the world just to see some people that I did see and enjoy. Forget that hate, forget that whatever it is. Call your mama, call your daddy, call your brothers, call your sisters. Love you, thinking about you.
All right.
You'll feel a lot better.
All right, Tim Dog. Bro, King, what you got for the people before we go?
Sorry, man.
Before I have my little saying here, I would like to say that being like most
I'm
of us
sorry.
here being veterans that have served this country, that fought for whatever the reasons are, blindly fought for the reasons that we joined. This is an important vote this term, this election, and just get out there and make sure that you're heard. But with that being said, I'd like to quote this: "Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Those who prevent history from being taught fully intend to repeat it." So
I got you. All right, my brother. Mad Professor, what you got for the people before we go?
I just have something from two things real quick. One from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "People do not seem to realize that their opinion of the world is also a confession of their character," which goes a lot toward, which explains a lot in this election cycle. And for those of you who haven't voted, if you're voting for Trump, make sure you get out there Wednesday, November 6th. It's very important. Everybody else, when to go vote. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Oh, my brother. Well, his dumb ass told his supporters
November 6th.
No, did he say make sure go vote in January?
In January, yeah.
November 6th.
He said January the 5th. So,
I mean,
Conspiracy Brother, what you got for the people before we
Be
go?
on it good. As I grab this peach cup, sealed up tight, holding this cup, these juices I excite. I take my teeth, open your lid, with a little tug, your juices I spill. I use my tongue to open you up. I slide my tongue in to get that fruit up. The wider it goes, the more juice flows. Now I'm in. Your fruit is exposed. I pull that fruit with the strength of my tongue. Juices flow everywhere. Your cup is undone. I got you, Joe. I ain't forget.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's
man,
the after show.
hey, I hope you never use that line to get anybody. Listen, I ain't gonna say that.
Hey, all I gotta say is this.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. You realize that?
I am crazy.
Medicated.
what the fuck wrong with you?
Hey, Miss Kim.
I am medicated.
You gotta add that on there.
Kim.
I am medicated. It's gonna be legal when they
All right.
voted in.
What is that? What is you off the chain? Big dough. Yeah, big dough. Yeah.
What up, though?
It wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
Oh shit.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the party just getting started.
Oh,
We
shit.
got after coming up right after our show of 2 Cigars and a Blunt. Hey, that's where it goes down. That's what everybody gets a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. But before we go, Professor, shout out your socials so people can follow you.
Well, it's the way you see it on your screen. The Mad I see my finger keeps disappearing now. The Mad Professor .1, and on YouTube and Instagram. I do have a couple videos I've been trying to post for the last day or so. It's not working for some reason, but I'm gonna get it done before tomorrow. I promise.
Didn't you say Wednesday?
Okay, we're gonna hold you to that promise.
Yeah, I couldn't. It wouldn't let me.
Tim Dawg, shout out your social people can follow you, my brother.
I hope you can read because it's underneath my name.
Another whole show.
All right, then. Pharaoh King, shout out to social people follow you.
Like King Ryan, Facebook, because YouTube, you can forget about that shit.
All right. Of course. Conspiracy Brother, shout out to social people follow you.
Man, exactly what Tim said, man. It should have been at a whole show. You can see it. Oh, I got it right.
There you go. There you go.
And of course, you can follow
If you can't read, rewind it back, get your glasses, and look at it again.
All right.
I got it.
And of course, you can follow me, the man on the street. For those who are hearing impaired, because they do put it in captions. They might, you know what I'm saying? So you can find me at the Audacity Podcast on YouTube. Also, you follow me at Creative Campus Expression on YouTube. You also find us at the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast on every Wednesday night. It goes down at 7 o'clock. Hey, man, we have a blast. Hey, it's be getting better and better. I want to promote something. I got an upcoming interview, podcast coming up with Mr. Derek Ed Gilliard. I don't know if y'all can read that book.
We can't.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. The name of the book is called "The Longest 4 Years of My Life: A View from the Field by a Black Fed in the Trump Administration."
Oh, I did hear about that book. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I got a podcast coming up where we're gonna do the interview. I'm doing the interview on the 7th. Then I'm gonna drop the podcast. You know, I hit him up and he said, "Sure, brother," and he's gonna come on and we're gonna chop it up. And I want y'all to be on the lookout for that. And I'm gonna talk about it more on the after show. So yes, the man on the street is stepping out his comfort zone. Usually I get with people that I know, but this is the brother that I didn't know. I sent him the request and he hit me back and said, "Sure, let's do it." Set up the time, and the time is going to be the 7th when I actually talk to him. Then I'll let y'all know when I drop the podcast. Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all stick around for the after show. Hey, like I say, we don't know where the show is going to go. If you haven't seen our last after shows, go back and watch them. Oh man, you're gonna get a good laugh and you're gonna have a good time. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
This is the late comer, Pharaoh King.
And dog, can be more careful.
The mad professor calming down, still in the boot.
Yeah, you
I got it.
Just go back.
Hope
and
you
forth.
can read.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you decide not to vote, hey, don't complain. If you do
You
want
got
to
shit
vote,
to say.
make sure you go out. November the 5th, this Tuesday. If you're not sure about who you're going to vote for, I'm not going to tell you. Make sure you research both candidates, and if they align with what your views are, that's who you vote for. All right, and we see you in the after show. Peace.
Either one of them align with my views.